All right, I'm giving you guys some bonus commentaries today. This is from the Ultimate Pro League Championships. And in fact, last time I incorrectly called it the Championships. The whole series, unfortunately, is called the Ultimate Pro League Championships. And this is still evidently not the final round, and that wasn't either. So whatever the hell is going on with this multi-game Pro League thing, this is the one where they have two different games. They have StarCraft and a game that doesn't matter. And this is StarCraft, of course, so this is Luxury versus Light, Game 2 of this series. And Light here and Luxury here are going to battle off in a game that is way superior to whatever hell Sudden Attack is. So we're going to see what happens. I mean, obviously, these teams also, you know, KT and NBC Hero also do field other games. Or other teams for other games, but they're not quite that important. They probably do watch the underwear of Flash and company, although I hear Luxury is also doing that nowadays because he's playing like crap. We're gonna see how well he shows tonight at least. He is on Heartbreak Ridge here, and once again against Light. Light has really been playing just a ton of Pro League games, looking at his record, but not really succeeding in anything else. Periodically, people were saying, you know, Light is going to be the next great thing. Light's going to be the next great thing. I think he made a little bit of a comeback a little while ago this year, but he has not become the next best thing. He's not that exciting to watch either, in my opinion. Personally, I like Lita a lot better, and they have similar names, so I only can like one of the two, and I like Lita a lot better than Light. Anyway, Luxury, of course, is playing fresh from getting his ass kicked out of the World Cyber Games qualifiers in Korea. Right on the bubble, as the poker players would call it. Right on 4th place, unfortunately for him. He made it into the Final Four, but only the first 3 get to go to China to represent Korea, and he was unlucky number 4, defeated by Jaedong at the end to get knocked out, which is nothing to be ashamed of, but you know, combined with everything else that's gone wrong for him since winning the MSL, you really do got to think that he's suffering a little bit of a loss of confidence here, and especially because, I mean, he got knocked out both of the qualifying rounds, I mean, the round 32s for both Star Leagues right after he wins the MSL, I mean, and then plays horribly in all other aspects too. Anyway, it looks like we're going to have a Barracks blocking the choke point here for Light. And we'll see whether Light chooses to go for a mech build or M&M build. I certainly would like to see more M&M builds, and I actually think I've been seeing slightly more of them. But nope, this is going to be a mech build here. Certainly the standard option. And we're going to see, you know, how well this goes. I think Light is, when he could play well, I think he could play well in these kind of circumstances. And I think that's a good thing for him. But, you know, we're going to see what happens this game. And right now we're seeing some scouting going on from both players. We're going to see. Looks like we've got ourselves a 12 hatch coming from Luxury. Sorry, I was interrupted a little bit by my roommates. Or housemates. Pretty cool. At this educational institution where, well, I'm not living at the educational institution, but it's somewhere north of Long Island. And it is indeed an educational facility that I'm at. This is why I'm not doing a lot of commentaries. No further details shall be given. All right, we got a factory build here coming from Light. And Light has a lot of options with this factory build. I think probably the standard one, especially right now with that positioning, is just going for a fast expand, or the one I prefer at least. If I were playing Tyrant and I had 300 APM, which clearly I don't for either counts. But I think that's generally the one I've seen most success from, unless your name is Lita or Fantasy, in which case you can do whatever kind of wacky build you want. But even then they don't generally succeed with the wacky builds. Or they don't succeed. Well, they do succeed, but sometimes they don't. And generally when other players try to do for that kind of like fancy Vulture drop or fast Wraith into expansion kind of combination, as we saw earlier today with Ganzi, it just didn't work, you know, and oftentimes it doesn't. So we're going to see what this is. All right, it is going to be a fancy build, or at least a fast tech build is what I mean, a starport going up here. And this could be for rates. If we see a machine shop, I guess it could be for Vulture drops. There's a lot of possibilities. Looks like we're going to have one early Vulture out, and we'll see if a machine shop goes down, or if it's going to be a 2-port Wraith build. It looks like we got that 3 hatchery build here from Luxury, who's going to have a nice wall there. Okay, so it is that build that Ganzi tried to do, actually. Or was it Ganzi or was it Piano? I'm not sure who it was. I think it was Ganzi who did it against Hyuk and lost. I know whoever did it lost. No, Hyuk, yeah, Ganzi lost with it, so it was against Hyuk. It was Ganzi against Hyuk, and basically, I don't think it's a great build. I don't think it gets you anything really on time. We're gonna see though. This time he is gonna benefit from the fact that Luxury has not gone for fast tech, so his rates are gonna be moderately effective here in terms of doing harassment. The problem I see with it is that once the Zerg gets either mass Hydralisks or some Mutalisks, this build is hard to defend your base with, frankly. Even with mass Hydralisks, because you're gonna have to get those vultures really soon, and these rates are not gonna be too effective. They're gonna just pick off some overlords. That's it, and they're pretty easily defended against if you're just going one port Wraith into expansion. Anyway, though, of course, I could be wrong. If someone else wants to show me counterexample games, that's fine. But generally, I don't think this is the strongest build. Anyway, it looks like this Vulture is just going to do a ton of damage to that hatchery. But that's not going to... Well, it won't be a ton of damage. It's going to take a ton of hits, but each one only doing 5 damage. Not going to be very successful in terms of taking that hatchery down. There is a Spire going up. And Luxury, of course, knows what's going on here. Now, the problem is Luxury did not build a Hydralisk Den. I'm not sure exactly why, given that he was going for a 3 hatchery opening. Generally, you see the Hydralisk Den go down when there's a 3 hatchery Zerg opening against mech, because you need that Hydralisk Den to get some air defense or some anti-vulture defense or whatnot, because you know that this Terran's going to have that stuff. And instead, Luxury is building lots of speedlings and trying to go for a counterattack, which is the wrong thing to do, and he loses all of the lings as expected to Vulture Mines. So this is not looking too good for Luxury. In fact, he's going to lose about 3 overlords here. In fact, I don't know if you guys can hear it over me talking, but the Koreans just said Spire timing. And timing is one thing they do say in English. Spire timing. I mean, the Spire timing is slow. What can we say here? Light is doing okay, although he is going to have to start thinking about getting some turrets because he's evidently not building more Wraiths. Still, this Wraith is going to take down the 4th Overlord. That's a huge loss. And notice Luxury is unable to build anything even from... Okay, now he's building stuff from his larva because he just got an Overlord. But that's certainly a big loss early on. And it's made this build worth it. Also, these Vultures just picking off a drone there that was going to build an expansion, the 3rd base. And this Wraith now with 6 kills, meaning it's gotten 2 drones already. 3rd drone about to come. Alright, finally the Wraith is killed. Certainly a heroic... Whoa! And look at this. These Vultures are also doing maximum damage here possible. And they're not very useful anymore without the mines, but they managed to kill off yet a number of drones again. Really, this is a very...